For the past 6 years, I've spent most of my time alone. I have my own apartment abroad, I tend to stick to my own routine, and I'm not a big fan of relationships. Naturally, loneliness is something that I've struggled with a lot, especially when I was younger. There'd be many days where I'd just be sitting there, letting the loneliness eat away at me while I felt horrible. Fast forward to now, and I can genuinely say that I am happy to be alone. In fact, that's when I'm at my happiest. So how did I get to this point? Partly by getting my own routine, building my self-esteem, and physically doing things. But more importantly, what I've realized is that I managed to develop a mindset that's completely changed how I look at life. And it's helped me to conquer loneliness. And in this video, I'm going to share this mindset with you. No matter what happens to me, no matter how lost, empty, or alone I feel, there's always a reason for me to smile. Now, for me personally, that reason can be listening to good music, looking at nature, going to the gym and getting stronger, or playing Xbox after a long day. There's always something I can find joy in that doesn't have to involve another person. There is always beauty I can find in my life that makes me grateful enough to overcome any loneliness. And even when I do feel terribly lonely, I remind myself that this is a part of life. I wouldn't be able to appreciate the good things if I didn't feel bad every now and then. I wouldn't be able to feel connected to others and to myself if I didn't feel loneliness at all. This is no excuse to feel depressed all the time, by the way. But it is a reminder that negative emotions like loneliness don't have to define us. I don't ignore them or spend all day numbing myself, but I do keep my eye on the bigger picture. After all, I am just a little speck on our planet. There's nothing I have gone through, and realistically there's nothing I can go through that someone else hasn't. Yet many people find a way to be happy regardless. Sometimes you go through something horrible, and sometimes you feel very lonely even in the company of others. Yet it is always on you to choose what you focus on. Why not just be content in your own company? Obviously there are things I can't do for myself, and I'm not going to tell anyone to completely isolate because that's just bad advice. But what about focusing on what's right in front of you? My health, my freedom, my independence, the fact that I actually am alone and don't have to deal with drama and stress or fake people. Do you know how many people are too busy complaining to appreciate what they have in their lives? And then when they get older and they look back, they regret wasting all of that energy being negative, which stopped them from living their best life. Sometimes slowing down and just taking the time to appreciate the little things in your life helps you to take on the bigger things. We live in such a fast-paced world where we're constantly told to strive for more and to be successful. But taking the time to actually be grateful for your life and for what is around you is a powerful way to conquer loneliness. I'm not going to pretend that I never feel lonely anymore, and that's what I mean by conquering it. And actually, it's only by really feeling my loneliness that I have conquered it. Because with negative emotions, you have to allow yourself to feel them to truly understand where they are coming from. And it hurts, which is why most people prefer to numb themselves with pleasure all day and distract themselves. But no matter how much you distract yourself, the problems you have inside are not going to go anywhere. You'll feel that loneliness creeping up on you even when you're busy, and God forbid you actually sit down alone. That's when it will all hit you. But what I've found is that by sitting with my own loneliness, I'm able to get to the root cause of it. And if it's truly because I'm craving some human connection, then I'll have no problem going for that, reaching out to someone and talking to them. But most of the time, it's triggered by thoughts that can be addressed internally. For example, reminiscing on an old relationship or feeling lost and like I have no clear purpose in life. These are thoughts that should not be pushed away, but should be directly addressed. And how you choose to address those thoughts and reframe them is up to you, but just know that doing that inner work mentally is what will help you get better with loneliness emotionally. Choosing to appreciate the beauty of life and focusing on what I can do to be happier by myself is how I have conquered loneliness. You will be surprised how easy it is to feel a surge of joy or fulfillment just from focusing on what's around you. And to do that, you must first learn to sit with and address your loneliness when it hits you. Remember that loneliness doesn't have to define you. Only you can define yourself. So I hope you're able to find some value from this video. If you did, leave a like and subscribe for more.